Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Today we got a special build. Today we're going to do a tribute to the king of the stuntmen, and that would be the one and only Evel Knievel. Now this guy here, he was my hero when I was a kid, jumping cars and doing stunts and everything. Broke every bone in his body at least once. This guy was a true American hero. We're going to use a base 55 Chevy Gasser as the tribute car. Now, this car here is very common. You can find them fairly easy. And they make a really good base for doing any customs or any tributes that you wish. So without further delay, let's go ahead and break this car apart and get started. I've already drilled the car apart, but I'm sure that you've seen these cars taken apart before, so we won't waste too much time in this. Everything on this car is brand new. Here's your interior. You know, if you really wanted to go crazy, you could detail it all up. I like the clear windshields over the yellow windshields. And we're going to do a wheel swap on the base. But, yeah, that car right there, I love the metal bases and everything. I don't know if I'll use the metal base or not, but we'll see. I definitely don't like the yellow windshield. Let's go ahead and continue on. Here we're going to put the body in the paint stripper. Here I'm using citrus strip, which I'm sure if you've seen more than one of my videos, you know that that's what I normally use. Coat it up really good since we're going to do a color change. And we'll let that set for a bit. Let that paint bubble off. Here we've got the nice clear base. We're going to put down a base coat of white, but only after I have gone through and scrubbed it down with degreaser and got all the residue off there. Now we're going to use the white base from the Redline shop. Now if you go to the Redline shop, you can check out all the different paints they have. They got the Spectre Flame paints, they got the opaque paints, which is what I'm using here. Put down some nice light tack coats on there, and we'll let that set for a bit. And we'll build up the coats very gradually, because if you build them up too quick, you're definitely going to have runs, and you don't want to do that. Alright, let's let that set for a few minutes.
A few minutes later.
We've let it set for a few minutes. Now we're going to come in and put on a little bit heavier coats. If you mix the paint properly with the hardener, it will dry to a really nice high shine, and it will be protected. Now you necessarily don't have to put down any clear coat over the top of this, but we are going to be putting some decals on here, so we need to do that once the decals are put on. Put on some nice heavy coats. You want to see that real deep shine, but just be careful because you can definitely still get a lot of runs in this paint. Continually rotate the car and keep moving as you paint. We've built up some really nice coats of paint here, and it's starting to look really shiny. That's looking good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Well, we're going to put that in the dust cabinet and let it sit overnight.
The very next morning.
Okay, we've started to put on some decals here. This one here, these decals were designed by Kenny Terry at kennyterry.com. Kenny does some fantastic work, and he always goes above and beyond when it comes to helping design what you want and doing custom decals. I gave Kenny some ideas when it came to what I wanted on this car, but majority of what is laid out there, Kenny designed up and did a fantastic job at it too. I really love this American flag and then Evel Knievel jumping through the flag on the backside. Once you get your decal down, get it centered the way you want, and then use a Q-tip to kind of rub out the wrinkles and get rid of the water underneath. Just like you see here. That's looking really sweet. Now once you get all your decals on, you want to let it sit for at least 12 hours, preferably a day, and then it will be dry enough for you to go ahead and give it a nice clear coat to protect those decals. Looking good. Now we're going to put that famous number 1 on the trunk. Initially I was going to put it a little bit lower, but it just, I don't know, it didn't seem like it was in a good position. So I went ahead and raised it up and covered the crease where the trunk meets the back of the body. Once I did that, I went ahead and covered it with microset, and that helped the decal fill in to that little crease on the back of the trunk. Yeah, see here I'm putting it there lower, and later on it is, I just don't care for it there. So went ahead and moved it up a little bit. I keep moving it because I'm just not happy with the positioning. Now if the decal starts to stick, you can put some more water on there and it will float it again, and you'll be able to move it where you want to. Yeah. There we go. Now I'm starting to move it up. That's going to be a little bit better. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, that's nice. I like that better. Sweet. Let's move on. Now we're putting the side decals on. I put them all on in one piece. Now sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's a bad thing. Especially when you put it on your car and you realize, hey, this really doesn't fit. And then you've already got the decal on there, so it's really tough to try and decide what to do. This is definitely good where microset comes in, because you've got a lot of complex curves, you've got door handles, you've got creases in the doors. Here it's wrapping around a little bit into the headlight. You got a lot of things here that microset will definitely help you with. Now there was the gasser classification decal that was also connected to the back. From when I did the other side, that showed me that it was in the wrong position, so I had to cut that off, and that'll go on the very back lower quarter panel. Now the decal also drapes over the fender wells, so once you get the microset on there, that will help melt the decal and go up into the fender well and conform it to the body itself. You just got to be a little bit careful, because if you put too much on and move it around too much, the decal will actually start to melt and you can ruin the decal, so you got to be really careful. But the only way you're going to see this is if you do it and get experience at doing it. Here we've got everything together. We clear coated the decals after we finished putting them on. We got the interior, we got the clear windshield, which I really like, and here's the body. We got it all clear coated. That looks nice. Let's put it together and do our reveal. And here's what we started with. A typical 55 gasser, a 55 Chevy, and it's a nice car. It's great for doing all kinds of projects, and it's usually a good base between this car, the 83 Silverado, the Bone Shaker is a good base, the dairy delivery truck is a good base, and your standard 67 Camaro is also a good base. These are the cars that you mostly see that people want to customize. Now, that doesn't mean you can't do other cars, but these are the ones that people are scooping up and hoarding. I know that I've got a bunch because I got a lot of future projects going on. This is really, really nice. If you think you'd like one of these cars, go ahead and contact me with my email address, which is in the comments block. You'll see it, and click on the About page. And this is what we got to. Look at this beautiful, beautiful tribute car to my childhood hero, Evel Knievel. Man, this is one of my favorite cars now. I absolutely love this thing. I'm still liable to switch it out with the metal base. If I sell this one, or if I keep it for myself, or whatever like that, man, this car is fantastic. I absolutely love it. And I hope you do too. The decals were provided by Kenny Terry at kennyterry.com. Now, if you mention Diecast Graveyard, when you go to Kenny Terry's page, in the code section or the coupon section, if you put the word graveyard, you'll get 10% off your order. KennyTerry.com. You'll get 10% off your order. Please check him out. You won't be sorry. He does fantastic work. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites, and I hope you like it too. Please leave a comment down in the comments section. Tell me what you'd like to see. Now, here's my Patreon page, and these are my current subscribers. And you too can be a subscriber. These folks are helping me out, getting my supplies to keep this page going. And I'll tell you, with the videos I've been cranking out lately, I've been going through some supplies, folks. And I definitely could use your help. Please check out the comments section on how to become a member of the Diecast Graveyard team. I'd like to thank new members Wade Hendricks and Trevor DeViz. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your generosity. And all my current members, Jim Silva, Stacy Wright, Daryl Begtel, Richard at Michio Woods Garage, Aaron Murphy, Ed Ostrander, thank you, sir, Andrew Hitchens, Bob Denise, Les Jenkins, Jake Rademacher, and Sam Pascal, thank you, gentlemen, so much. And your cars will be coming soon for the draw for the month. William K. 7 Robinson and Dale Johnson, thank you, gentlemen. To my hero, Evel Knievel, God bless you, sir. Thanks for the memories and your bravery. And, man, I tell you what a brave, brave man. And here's to the king of the stuntmen. God bless Evel Knievel and all the memories that he provided. This is Paul from Diecast Graveyard. Thank you so much, and have a great day, and please stay healthy.